Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm recording this as a follow-up to what will be yesterday's video. Though I haven't recorded that one yet, I'm recording this one first in an effort to put some positivity into my mind before I delve into the second. And the subject is kindness. It's something that's very close to my heart. I am so lucky, as I've said once and I will say again, to have a few lovely friends around me who are kind, but they also receive kindness from me. It's always a two-way thing. And my granddaughter has spent ages trying to sort out the problems with my emails, and she is very kind for doing that. But for me, kindness is an essential part of a decent human being, let's put it like that. And sadly, there are far too many who completely lack it, lack that milk of human kindness. My father, many years ago, he was very good with words, and he made up a slogan for, I think it was the Milk Marketing Board, and he won the first prize. And his slogan was, invest in health, bank on milk. And I think we can take that one step further. There are probably some who say, well, I don't believe in that. Okay, it was over 50 years ago. In fact, 60 years ago. Oh my goodness gracious me. And knowledge was different then about foods. And he had to go along and have a check presented to him. And I was so proud of him getting recognition for his use of words. But that invest in health, bank on milk, I think now if we added on a little bit, and I'm sure my father would not object, invest in health, bank on the milk of human kindness. Because being kind, it helps the people to whom we're showing that kindness, that consideration. But it also helps us because it's something positive. We're helping other people, and I'm sorry, but that's just something that really does not come automatically to a lot of people. But it means so very much to so very many. And it doesn't have to be grand and glorious things. I've said more than once, and I will say again with no apology, just those little smiles, those little hellos, those comments, they mean so much to people. And you do not know, unless you happen to know the person, in which case hopefully you would comment to them. You don't know if that person you're passing in the supermarket, that person you're passing on the road, if you could be the only living being who communicates with them that day. I know that's happened to me on more than one occasion. I don't count communicating with you guys, but it could be the only literally face-to-face exchange of words and a smile that I can have had that day, and for more than a few days. So think about it, consider it. Where, if you were drawing a pie chart of your skills, how people see you, how you see yourself, everything that makes up you, would there be a little bit of that pie that said kindness. Maybe it was consideration rather than kindness. But if it's missing, then I think that as a human being, a decent human being, you need to have a little think. And self-reflection is a good thing to have. So long as you are ready to face what those reflections bring to you, especially if you're writing things down. Remember when I was training with for counselling, we had to do left-handed writing if you were right-handed and vice versa, because in theory, I don't know whether it's still a theory that holds any sway, in theory it brings out a different aspect of you. I found it very difficult because concentrating, I felt like a child learning to write for the first time. And then when I'd written it, I could hardly decipher what I'd written. But have a go writing with your dominant hand, if not your non-dominant one. The more we learn about ourselves, the better. And considering that you're the person with whom you spend most time, I bet there's a lot that you keep shut away, that you choose to ignore, that you just don't see. And if kindness is one of those because you've not been using it recently, dust it off, give it a shake of fresh air and start using it. And apart from thinking about my dad's slogan, I remembered that I had an interview with a magazine, Hearst Magazine, and I checked on the date and it's almost exactly a year ago, and I would have said that it was 3 or 4 years ago. It just seems so long ago. And I had an interview over the phone with a lady when I had done a lot of research and found that it wasn't a scam, that it was genuine. And yes, it was an interesting experience. She read it back to me over the phone. But what she did not read back was the title. There we are. Can you see it? I'm a kindness guru. Yeah. So I couldn't challenge it. And also she said something about at the age of 72. So she kindly knocked a few years off me. So there's one of me in my hot pants there. One of me in my tap dancing stuff. And one with my lovely mum. Oh, and one with Mishka. So I can talk about it now because it's not been on the shelves for a year. But I felt it was boastful to mention it before, but now I just find that such a chuckle. I'm a kindness guru. Had she read that part out, I would have said, right, let's change that, please. But it is what it is. So I will now read through the article again. My friend and myself both went to different supermarkets and picked up a few copies between us that I was able to give to friends who knew nothing about it and my granddaughter. So yeah, it was an interesting time, an interesting experience. So, oh, and I'm in good company with Catherine, Princess of Wales, on the cover. You can't get much better than that, can you? So on that note, thank you so much for joining me. And spread that kindness to yourself as well. Don't forget that. That is vital. Thank you for joining me, and take good care of yourself. And make sure that that's the very best care that you can take. Bye for now. Speak to you soon. Bye.